We are talking about parallel lines with transversals. And when a transversal cuts across two parallel lines, angle relationships are formed, and we're going to talk about 4 of them. First one is corresponding angles. They lie on the same side of the transversal. In this case, we're talking about transversal T. And on the same side of lines J and K. So if we're thinking about this as two intersections, we got a blue intersection and a green intersection. So think about this as like the street, and here's the blue intersection, and here is the green intersection. So we're driving up the road and we come to the stop sign, and we stop and we see number 1 is forward and to the left, or in the upper left-hand corner of the blue intersection. So that's angle 1. If we went to the green intersection and we did that same drive and we stopped and we're thinking, what's upper left? Upper left is up here. That's angle 5. So angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding. And corresponding angles are congruent. So angle 1 is congruent to angle 5. Now, there are 4 sets of corresponding angles. So we can look at the same thing. If we're driving this way and we stop, we have one that's to the right and up. So this one's to the right and up, that's 6. And to the right and up, that's angle 2. And these are corresponding or have the same measurement. So angle 2 is congruent or corresponding to angle 6. Next we have the pink. So we're at this intersection, we're thinking bottom right here. So we have angle 4 and angle 8. Angle 4 is congruent to angle 8. And the last one, we have this light blue, and this is bottom left and bottom left. So angle 3 is congruent to angle 7. In this case, if we're looking at this as well, we know that 5 and 8 are vertical angles, so they are also congruent. So even though we have 8 different angles here, we actually only have 2 different angle measures. So this group of angles right here, angle 1 and angle 5, they are also congruent to angle 4 and angle 8. And angle 2 and angle 6 are also congruent to angle 3 and angle 7. Next, we have alternate interior angles. They are non-adjacent angles, so they can't share a side, and they lie on opposite sides of the transversal T. That's where the alternate. So opposite sides, alternate sides, and they have to be interior. In between, okay, so we only have 2 examples of this. So if we had angle 5 right here, so angle 5 is interior, right? It's inside the house, so that's where the interior part comes from. And then alternate. So there's 4 angles that are on the left side of the transversal. But when we're talking about alternate, it needs to be on the opposite side. So there's only 4 angles we can pick from. It has to be interior. So now we're down to 4 and 6. And it's non-adjacent, so it can't be touching. So 5 and 6 are adjacent. They form a linear pair. So angle 4 and angle 5. So angle 4 is congruent to angle 5. There's another set here angle 3 and angle 6, those are also alternate interior. So angle 3 is congruent to angle 6. Alternate exterior angles that lie on opposite sides of the transversal T and their outside lines J and K. So again, this time we're talking about exterior. So right away we eliminate those interior angles. And if I pick angle 7, so there's angle 7, remember I want to be alternate. So there's 4 angles that are on the same side, but I want to be alternate. So now I'm down to the right side, 2, 4, 6, and 8. And it has to be exterior. So it has to be 8 and 2. And they are opposite sides of transversal and outside lines J and K. These also have to be non-adjacent. So as we're looking at here, it has to be angle 7 and angle 2. Angle 2 is congruent to angle 7. And then we also have another pair of alternate exterior, and that is angle 8 and angle 1. And then we have the last example that we'll talk about, and this is consecutive interior. They lie on the same side of the transversal and between J and K. So consecutive interior. So in this case, we're looking at, we'll start with angle 5 here because we need to be interior. So we picked angle 5, and they have to be on the same side of the transversal. So here's transversal T. It has to be on the same side and has to be interior. So that's angle 3. Now these are not congruent. So this would be the measure of angle 5 plus the measure of angle 3 is equal to 180 degrees. So if you think about it, we're starting this way, we make a turn, we make another turn, and we're heading back the opposite way. So that was these we're going to end up turning exactly the opposite direction. That's turning 180. The next, we have one more set, and that's going to be angle 4 and angle 6. And so the measure, slide this up a little bit, the measure of angle 4 plus the measure of angle 6 is also equal to 180 degrees.